So I guess this is another F around and find out video for the people who supported the orange toddler. 9 o'clock last night. We're all trying to eat, chill, go to bed. Orange toddler was cutting federal aid programs. Now, this is a guy who discovered what groceries were on the campaign trail. So we know that he doesn't realize what he's done. And a lot of his supporters don't either. So I'm gonna give some numbers here. So stick with me for a minute. 43% white people, 26% Hispanic, and 23% Black. That is the percentage of people who are on federal assistance. Do you get that number? 43% white, 23% Black, and 26% Hispanic. I don't think he did what he expected to do there. More numbers. 2020. This was a study done in 2020. 62.7% white, 27% Hispanic and Black. That's SNAP. Those were SNAP programs. So a lot of people love to demonize Black people, Black women in particular, and say that we mooch off the government, we take things from the government, we're just takers, we're just lazy, we don't like to work, we won't pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, even though every time we do that you burn down our cities. But we won't get into that, that's for a later video. 62.7% white people on SNAP in 2020. And he just took that away. 53% of white women voted for Trump. 60% of white men voted for Trump. They are the largest beneficiaries of federal aid programs. And I can tell you myself that unless it is something that I absolutely need at a time that I absolutely need it, which is usually healthcare, I don't take federal aid programs specifically because of the stigma that comes with it. Quick story. It was Christmas Eve, and I went to the grocery store to buy some things for Christmas Day, for dinner for Christmas Day that I forgot to buy. I went to a Fry's here in Arizona, and I forgot my wallet at home, and my Google Wallet in my phone was not working. Tell me why every single person trying to help me in there assumed that I was trying to get EBT to work. They assumed that I was on food stamps immediately. They didn't even say, "What's the problem, ma'am?" They said, "Are you having problems with your EBT?" I don't think you understand how insulting that is. Anyway, Trump is taking those things from you now. And he thinks he's hurting the Black and brown community by doing so. But we weren't using them in as high a numbers in the first place. So now he's hurting his own people. This is the problem with stigmas. This is the problem when you demonize one set of people just for your own personal gain. Because a lot of the stuff that you are saying isn't actually true, and then you end up voting against your own interests. You end up voting to hurt yourself and your kids. These programs, these federal programs that these people are on, and I don't blame these people for being on these programs. I don't do it because of the stigma attached to it, and y'all would look at me and say I'm lazy. But y'all got the privilege to get federal assistance, and you can just do that, but you get it for your children. And the party of family values who wants to force people to have kids that they do not want is literally saying, well, once that kid is born, that kid doesn't need housing, that kid doesn't need food, that kid doesn't need a good education, that kid doesn't need to stay warm. That's what the party of family values is doing for you right now.